Hi, in this video, we are going to look at how we go about solving linear equations with x on both sides of the equal sign. In our past videos, we have looked at equations where we had one x term on one side of the equal sign. So how do we tackle something that looks like this? 2x plus 2 is equal to x plus 4. The first thing we need to do is move all of our terms with a variable to one side of the equation and all of the constants to the other. Here we have 2x plus 2 and x plus 4. There are x terms on both sides of the equation. So how do we decide which side to move the terms to? Before we can tackle this question, there is something very important that we need to consider. When solving an equation, the value of a variable can be anything, but the variable itself can never be negative. This means you will never get an answer like negative x is equal to 4. Remember that when solving for a variable such as x, we need to get the variable by itself without a coefficient. So if we have negative x, in this case, we can see that this variable still has a coefficient of -1, and we have not yet completed the question. To keep the coefficient positive when solving, we move the terms with variables to the side with the higher coefficient. So here we have 2x, and here we have x. 2x is our higher coefficient, so we can move our x terms to the left-hand side. So let's say 2x. Let's subtract x here. These two will cancel, which means we subtract x on this side. On the right-hand side, we have got 4. Then we're going to move this 2, so we subtract 2 on this side, which means we subtract 2 over here. Now we can add like terms. 2x minus x gives us x, and 4 minus 2 gives us 2. And we have now solved this question. Let's look at another example. 5x minus 2 is equal to 12 minus 2x. 5 is our higher coefficient, so we're going to move our x terms to the left-hand side of the equation and our constants to the right. Now, adding and subtracting terms in an equation can be quite confusing, especially in an exam situation. So here is a quick tip. When moving any term, we write it on the opposite side of the equal sign using the opposite operation. Let's try this now. Here we have 5x, so we're going to leave 5x where it is. We need to move negative 2x, so we're going to make it positive 2x. Then we have our equal sign. We've got 12, which is already there. And we're going to move this negative 2, so we make it positive 2. And now we can solve for x. 5 plus 2 gives us 7, so we get 7x. Equal sign. 12 plus 2 gives us 14. But we don't want 7x, we want x. So let's divide both sides by 7, and we see that x is equal to 2. Let's tidy this up and look at some more examples that you may see in this course. 12x plus 1 is equal to 7x plus 11. 12 is the higher coefficient, so we're going to leave this term where it is. And we're going to move the positive 7 over, and we get negative 7x. On the right-hand side, we have 11. Leave that where it is, and we move the 1 by subtracting 1 on this side. Now we have 12x minus 7x, which gives us 5x. And on the right-hand side, 11 minus 1 is equal to 10. To get x by itself, let's divide by 5 on both sides. 5's cancel, and we get x. 10 divided by 5 is equal to 2. Let's do another one. 6x minus 2 is equal to x plus 8. 6 is our higher coefficient, so we can leave this x term where it is. Now let's move our x across. We're going to make it negative x. Then we have our equal sign. We have a constant of 8. Leave it on this side. We're going to move -2, so we make it +2. Now we have 6x minus x, which gives us 5x. And on the other side of the equal sign, we have 8 plus 2, which gives us 10. Once again, we want x, so let's divide both sides by 5, and we see that x is equal to 2. Let's look at another example. 23x minus 12 is equal to 6 plus 3x. 23 is the higher coefficient, so we say 23x. Let's move this positive 3x across and make it -3x. Then we put in our equal sign. On the right-hand side, we've got a constant of 6. Put that in here. And we're going to move the -12 across by making it +12. 23x minus 3x gives us 20x. And on the other side, 6 plus 12 is equal to 18. To get x by itself, we can divide both sides by 20. And on this side, we get x. And on this side, we get 18 over 20. But remember, we have to leave our fractions in their simplest form. 18 and 20 are both divisible by 2. And we see that x is equal to 9 over 10. Let's do one more example. 7x minus 3 is equal to 3x plus 8. 7 is our higher coefficient, so we get 7x. Let's move this positive 3 to the other side, and we get -3x. Put on our equal sign. We've got a constant of 8, so we can leave that on this side. And now we're going to move our -3 across, and we get +3. Now we can add our like terms. 7x minus 3x gives us 4x. And on the right-hand side, 8 plus 3 is equal to 11. Finally, to get x by itself, let's divide both sides by 4. And we see that x is equal to 11 over 4. We cannot simplify this fraction any further, which means that this is the value of x. We will look at more examples like these in upcoming videos.